Hello. Hello, Will. I hope you're having a good Wednesday. My day's been good so far, so time to completely destroy that. Oh boy. You finished college now, that's good. That's very good. Right, let's just do some warm-up. I'm going out with your friends. That sounds like a very good time. Hopefully you'll have fun. Why did he spin that much? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, have a good sleep, Marina. Okay, as long as that doesn't happen in the actual run, I'm fine. He should not be spinning that much. Oh, it's... Oh, great. That was just me being bad. Just let me quit out, please. Okay, Solar Cinder is not going well. I just skill issued very, very badly. Sansa has the blanket. Oh no. Can't be taking that then. I'm gonna do another boss to make myself feel better. Hopefully she'll be better. What am I doing? What the hell was that? Okay, then we'll do Aldrich Dancer. And then I'll go back to Soul of Cinder. Make sure I can actually beat him. First impressions, this isn't looking good. This is not looking great for no hit. That was not the attack I thought it was, so I missed some chances. But I got away with it. Dancer Solar Cinder and we'll start. This isn't looking great, I'm gonna be honest. Not ideal. I'm sure we'll be fine. Surely. I mean, I am basically just grinding the same thing over and over again, so it's kind of similar. Hello MDM. Hope you're doing well. That was actually a clean dancer. I'm doing good. My Wednesday's been good so far. So I'm about to completely ruin that by attempting no hit. Okay, back to this. Yeah, random loot stuff is annoying. Especially if you're trying to farm like one thing. I don't trust myself. That mage. Why can I not dodge that attack all of a sudden? Have I just forgotten how to dodge that? I actually think I've forgotten how to dodge that that mage attack. I don't fucking like this phase. That was so fucking risky. Why did I do that? I need to get at least one hit of Solar Cinder before I actually start, so I'm going to have to do another one. Got a PB and no hit yesterday, GG. Wait, so you've already made it to Abyss Watchers hitless? That is pretty fucking good. Then hang on, I'm trying to read it while fighting Solar Cinder. That's not a good idea. What was I even doing there? Yeah, have fun with practicing Solar Cinder, because apparently I can't fucking beat him today. So I really hope I don't get a run to Solar Cinder still on the no-hit. Because clearly I can't fucking beat him today. Although I did one attempt him before stream and I won, so I don't know why all of a sudden I just can't. Okay, give me the mage attack I just can't dodge for some reason. No. What was that random one projectile? Okay, I swear this is... No? Okay. He's done it before where he's literally gone into phase 2 and still had the mage things around him. That happened to me once in practice. And it caught me so fucking off guard. My PB got hit to Dragon Slayer armor at like the end of the fight. He stalled a lot, so all of the it's like the butterflies got involved. And eventually I messed up a dodge somewhere. I think it was at the end of the DSA fight. Okay, I can beat Solar Cinder Hitless apparently. I just can't do it today mostly. So I think Abyss Watchers on the most part MDM you'll get pretty good at. Like sure the bodies can be a bit annoying, but like on the most part they're fine. Okay, today we are Phil. And that's the thing with like DSA I'm just not very good at. And like the thing you do with him is basically try and get him as low as possible so you can kill him in phase 2 before the butterflies actually do anything. Because with the build I have, I basically have to hit him like twice in phase 2. And it just happened that on my PB run he stalled so fucking long that the butterflies started doing stuff. I mean, hey, I'd laugh if anything was to run. I'm not going to single out Phil here. Phil's a good guy. I'm all for Phil being the run. Let's go. only SA because you can hit DSA a bunch on the phase transition. Because when he initially like staggers to start the transition, you can do 3 L1s. Then you can walk behind him, and after he like slams the axe onto the ground, you can do another 3 L1s. And then after his like first attack in phase 2, you can do 1 more L1. So the transition gives you a lot of hits. And then, I said, for me, that means I need 2 more L1s in phase 2 to kill him. And then it's basically just a case of hoping he doesn't stall so much that I can't do that. That's in DSA, I'm just not confident on. It's just really not a good boss for me. I like the fight, I'm just bad at it. Oh, do you just kind of try and rush him down then? Like after he's in phase 2, try and rush him down as quickly as possible and try not to let him do anything. I guess just trying to balance things, you could either do that when it's not completely safe, or if you wait around then you could have all the butterflies. I don't know. I just don't feel like I would want to... You know, if I want to no-hit run at that point, I would basically want to just rush DSA down and hope he doesn't attack. You know, it doesn't feel like the sort of thing I want to do after an hour and a half of run. What I should do though in the DSA fight is just have Homer Bone ready. Because like you get 2 magic resin, so it does give you another attempt if you need it. I hate this group of enemies. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, rushing is a bad habit for no-hit. Like, early on, it's fine. Honestly, the first, like, couple of bosses or something, rushing is absolutely fine, because if it goes wrong, then it doesn't really matter. But definitely something as far into the run as, like, DSA. So I don't really punish any of his attacks by R1. I mostly just try and do an L1 when I can. But basically every combo, or like at the end of every attack or whatever, I can do an L1. And you can do 3 in phase 1. You can do 3 L1s in phase 1, then the 4th will send him into phase 2. Or if you get really lucky and his shield like blocks one of the L1s, but only like one of the swords, so you still do a bit of damage, then you can get that +3. Which means that in phase 2 you only have to hit him once instead of twice. Which actually does make a difference. Yeah, we were hit by random enemy. Random enemy that I hate. I mean, that's the thing. I'm sure there is a consistent way to actually get past that pack of hollows that I get hit by sometimes. But there must be a consistent way, but it's 5 minutes into the run. Like, it's 5 minutes in, and also running past them seems to work most of the time. So I'm not, like, too fussed if I get hit by them every now and then. So it doesn't really lose anything. Yeah, there definitely is a consistent way, because I'm sure that people doing like multi-game no-hit runs wouldn't just run through them and hope. Yeah, I actually had that happen to me once before MDM, where you home and bone in the fight and he hits you and the death line starts, but you still make it to Firelink. Yeah, I've had that happen before, and that does count as a hit. I have checked just to make sure, and yeah, that does. So when it happened, I was like, I am 99% certain this is a hit, but I will just ask just to be certain, just to be sure. It'd be hilarious if it wasn't. You only use R1 in second phase DSA. That's interesting. I think I'd choose L1 just because it does the fight quicker. Like, L1 does more damage, and I feel like it has... I mean, the attack takes slightly longer than R1, actually. I don't really think it's a big enough difference, and the difference in damage is good enough. I think L1ing is fine. It works for me. Yeah, I don't do anything like in between attacks. But I don't do any just kind of random hits. I wait for him to attack and then do an L1. That's something I could do on Dancer though. Like, Dancer is probably one of the easiest bosses where you can do all these in-between things. Like, Dancer where you can just hit her when she's literally just walking around. Which I don't do. I'm pretty sure you can. That's it. I'm sure there is a consistent way for that pack of hollows. I said I'm not too fussed about it. And running up the stairs like that works pretty well for me most of the time. I say like sometimes it does, but most of the time that works completely alright. I think Dancer, I just never hit her when she's passive. I just always wait for her to do something. I just don't trust myself otherwise. Like, the one time I go to hit her while she's passive, she'll just do, like, a quick attack. Okay, since when did running past those guys not work? It's been a long time since I've been hit by that group. Okay, we're AFDJ. Okay, can we please just make it to Vought? Oh, you mean like the dogs with the skulls? I actually mean the two dogs next to the skull here. I mean, say I just do a charge attack, which also kills them. As long as you don't just randomly do a jump attack for no reason. You know, the game just decides that what you wanted to do is a jump attack and then it doesn't kill them. As long as you don't do that. Who would be stupid enough to do something like that? Definitely couldn't be me. But that's the thing, jump attacks in this game are fucking impossible to do consistently. But of course, this random time it decides to do one. Like, you cannot jump attack consistently in this game, I swear. Jump attack. Jump attack. Jump attack. Yeah, like... you cannot do them. All I will say though is for that run, at least it happened on a pack of dogs just after Vought and not on like some enemy in Grand Archives or something. Like, not that you actually kill anyone in Grand Archives, I guess, other than the Sage. At least it happened super early. Yeah, jump attacks in this game are impossible to do consistently. Which I don't really like, because a jump attack is the strat for Ancient Wyvern. So if I ever want to do all bosses in this game, you kind of have to be able to do one on command. You definitely can jump attack with Twin Blades, surely. Surely you can. Can't say I've ever tried it, but I'd imagine you can do it with every weapon. Yeah, I doubt they would make it exclusive to certain weapons, especially when it's not even good. Like, what even is the purpose of jump attacks? I swear for Ancient Wyvern, there's somewhere you can stand. I know it's a speedrun thing. I assume they also do it in no hit. But instead of like running around the entire sort of enemy gauntlet, there's somewhere you can stand kind of in the central place. And then Ancient Wyvern turns and faces you, and when it like goes to do a certain attack, where it kind of leans its head down, if you do a jump attack, then you'll land on its head and do an and get the insta kill. There's somewhere you can stand, and then from there you can basically jump attack onto Ancient Wyvern's head without having to run through all the enemies. That's it. I would imagine it's a no-hit thing as well, given it means you don't have to run through that part. I mean, I would imagine that Spook and Hidden Body still probably work wonders in that. And that if you wanted to run through it, Spook and Hidden Body probably still work just fine. Yeah, the fact you need a jump attack for that scares me. Because I don't know how to do them properly. I think you can use the step. I want to say there's also a ledge, like somewhere, like on the right-hand side from where you enter the arena. There's like some ledge you can stand on and do it. That's it. I've only seen it like a few times. It's not something I've really paid attention to, so I don't know exactly where you stand. Wait, what does Slumbering Dragon Crest Ring do? I would imagine it, whatever it is, it doesn't stack with like Hidden Body. It's a shame. Yay. Makes the sounds of footsteps disappear and with Hidden Body. Okay, wait, does it stack with... I assume it doesn't work with Spook then. It's effectively Spook on a ring then, right? Unless I'm misinterpreting. Yeah, so a charge attack there for them is fine. Do you get it in Road of Sacrifices? In like the building part before Crystal Sage, or am I thinking of something else? Oh yeah, that's the thing. I mean, Spook is there for the footsteps, but also for the no fall damage. Yeah, so it's effectively Spook on a ring. Need to buy 5 sorceries from the dude. Interesting. Is that worth maybe getting? I don't think buying 5 sorceries is the money. I mean, I guess 1 or 2, like 1 level in endurance at the end of a run shouldn't matter. Yeah, the money situation is probably fine with it, in fairness. I don't know if I need to get it, though. Although having Spook on a ring so you basically don't have to worry about Spook and you only have to worry about casting Hidden Body is probably a really nice thing, in all fairness. Then your FP and like time-wise you only have to worry about Hidden Body. Okay, yeah, souls-wise it shouldn't be a problem then. That's the thing, maybe so that for running sections you only have to cast Hidden Body and not worry about Spook. It's probably a really nice thing for that. Okay, wait for this next one. So hopefully you're enjoying DS3 so far, Nathaniel. I want to say Pyromancy is Faith. I think for Pyromancy, Faith is what you want. And then also, Attunement will be a useful stat. So that you can cast more things. I don't think Intelligence does anything for Pyromancy. I might be wrong. Is there actually a reason for me to get this bonfire? I don't actually think there is. It's the same with the other bonfire and Undead Settlement. I don't actually think there's a reason for me to get either of them. I just do. Recently killed Yorm. Good job. Did you use Pyromancy or did you use the Storm Ruler? Oh yeah, that's the thing, I don't think I need to rest at that one per se. maybe it's just helpful. That's it. I mean, there's no harm done in getting the bonfires. So, yeah, I mean, I may as well get them. Let's not speed run. I think one of the reasons DS3 is like so popular, or like so liked in that sense, is like in my opinion, DS3 has the most consistent bosses, aside from maybe Sekiro. So as far as like quote unquote proper Souls games go, I think DS3 is consistently the best bosses. I mean, which for me is my favourite part of the game, so that's good for me. I think on the most part, the areas are pretty good. Yeah, I do feel like the second half of the game is much better than the first. I kind of like Irithyll on. I think all the areas are really good. I mean, except Irithyll Dungeon, Fame Capital, but... And yeah, that thing, early on the game does start out rough. And also just compared to DS1 and DS2, it's a massive improvement. Also, in terms of just general like mechanics and I don't want to say quality of life, but it effectively is. Like just the fact that you can actually dodge in more than 8 directions, like DS1. And that if you're walking down a hallway, you're not going to get stopped in your tracks by like the tiniest rat ever. And that's it. Sekiro has a lot of boss refights. Like you fight Genny 3 times, Monk twice, Owl twice. Ishin, I mean, you can't fight him twice in the same playthrough, but there are 2 Ishins. A lot of the mini bosses repeat. There were 2 apes. Anything else? Yeah, like Sekiro does have a lot of refights, which I think is also a thing for me that I don't like about it. It's one of the few things I don't really like about Sekiro. I think, yeah, there are 3 Sichuan warriors, 5 headless, like 4 lone shadows, 4 drunkards. Who else is there? They're like 2 Ashno elites, like 4 generals, 2 bulls, 2 snake eyes, 2 centipedes. Like there are a lot of repeats in Sekiro. There are 2 7 spears as well. And one of them has the bloody general with him. Like 3 ogres. But yeah. I still fucking love the Sekiro bosses though. I think overall they're my favourite of a Souls game. I think like Sekiro and DS3 are just, I think, very consistently good bosses. Because Sekiro, I would only really say Screen Monkeys and Double Ape aren't good. But then at the same time, like, Screen Monkeys isn't even trying to be a fight. Like, on the first playthrough it's fine, but on subsequent ones it's just kind of whatever. But then DS3... I think like Half-Light, Curse-Rotted Greatwoods, and Wyvern, I'd probably say are the only three that are bad. I'm sure there are some that aren't, there are quite a few that aren't great. It's like Grave Tender Grey Wolf, like Wolnir, that kind of thing. But there are only, I say maybe like 3 bosses that I would say are actually bad in this game. 3 bosses. Yeah, say like Sekiro's my favourite FromSoft game overall. Like casually my favourite is Bloodborne. But also in terms of like speed running, then no hit running as well, I guess Sekiro is so much fun. And, like when you master the combat system in Sekiro, it's so fucking good. I mean, yeah, Sekiro's story is kind of whatever. I mean, I still wouldn't say Sekiro is a properly story-focused game. Like, sure, there's far more of a focus than other Souls games. I still don't think the story is, it's not like their main focus. I don't know, like, it definitely like could have been better, but then again, I'm not really complaining about it. Yeah, from the standpoint that it is kind of more in your face compared to other Souls games. There are actually cutscenes outside of bosses and endings. I mean, I think the main thing I don't really like with Sekiro's story is that they condense the entire story into 2 chats with Kuro. All of Sekiro was condensed into 2 sets of dialogue, one after Genichiro and one after Shinobi Ao. And that's basically it. So it just kind of feels really cramped in that sense. Where you kind of play the game freely, and then you just get a random like exposition dump of like, oh yeah, by the way, all this stuff is happening. And in my opinion, that kind of feels forced. Like you could spread that out a bit more. I mean, yeah, that's it. I do like the character interactions and things. Like it does have some good characters. But the story could have been better, I feel like. Although, as I said, I don't really care in that sense. Given to me, the story isn't one of the focuses. And I struggled with Sekiro the first time I played it. It definitely took me a while to get used to. I think I played it. I think I'd finished DS3 in Bloodborne when I played it. And I'd also played most of DS1. I want to say it was like my third or fourth FromSoft game. So I think it was my third or fourth, but I say it definitely took me a while to beat anything. It's just getting used to the combat system. Honestly, the only thing I really remember from my first playthrough of Sekiro is that I fluked Father Al first try. Like, that was complete luck. I definitely did not know what I was doing and somehow managed to win. That's like the only real thing I remember. Where am I going? I think overall Sekiro is my favourite, but my favourite to play casually is Bloodborne. But I do think a big part of that comes from I'm a lot worse at Bloodborne than I am at DS3 Sekiro Elden Ring. So I can actually still play it, quote unquote, casually. As I think, like, Sekiro... Sekiro, because of what I've done with that game, I can't really play it casually. But I do all the bosses first try without any difficulty. I know exactly where everything is, so I don't really explore anything because I know there's no point in exploring a certain part because I know what items are there. Like... It's just the consequence of playing it so much. So something like Bloodborne I can play casually. I was... When I say I got spoiled, I spoiled myself on the Guardian Ape thing. I definitely didn't get spoiled, that was all me. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Pontiff's a really cool fight. But Pontiff took me 3 fucking days to beat on my first playthrough. As I said, Dark Souls 3 was my first Souls game, so holy fuck, Pontiff was a skill check. He took me 3 days. How am I not scared of dogs? Oh, don't worry, I am. I have, even with the Alluring Skull, I have managed to get hit by those dogs before. Oh, I need to give the coal. So I am scared of them. That stuff Beast I was fine with. I think Pontiff was an absolute fucking wake-up call. As it genuinely took me 3 days. I remember fucking throwing black firebombs to kill the clone. My strat for the clone was black firebombs. Which honestly kind of worked. Please tell me he isn't chasing me. Okay, he's not. Oh yeah, phase 2 of Ape is easier to parry for sure. I think mostly because there's a sword, it feels a lot more natural to parry. Whereas phase 1 is a lot more erratic. Parrying phase 1 is really erratic. Don't attack me, don't attack me, don't attack me. I want this one to fire him before he attacks. Okay. Yeah, Demon of Hatred is difficult for sure. I think the hardest thing with Demon of Hatred is he doesn't play like a Sekiro boss. Ah, shite. Like, because you spend the entire game learning to parry, and then Demon of Hatred just feels better to dodge. So it's kind of counterintuitive. Okay, this could be a problem if I don't kill him now. I want to say this kills. Yes. Mate, please do an attack. What are you doing? Whoa. I definitely could dodge to the right on that attack and do an R1. Right there. Don't know why I don't actually. Having like a second punchable attack would go a long way. Vinny, you're not gonna do it? He just wants to play out the music. I'm not gonna complain with that. He just wants to play the music. Yeah, that definitely is a safe attack to go for. Yeah. I should probably do that. So, 'cause at the moment, I only go for one attack in that fight. Nathaniel, if you're waiting for me to reach Pontiff to see how to fight him, you're gonna be disappointed. Because I wouldn't say we fight Pontiff. We enter the arena and he just dies. Pretty much.
Well, what gave you help?
Like the Pontiff fight, you can basically script. Yeah, I've played the Lies of PDLC over the weekend. One of my friends told me that it had come out, and then I just played it over the weekend, and holy shit, it's good. Liza P DLC is really fucking good. I love it. Yeah, honestly, FromSoft should really take notes from the Lies P DLC, and also just Lies P in general, in the sense that you can actually have a coherent story in a Souls game. You know, good luck Nathaniel on Pontiff. Like, they should really take notes about how to do a coherent story. Yeah, it took me 9 or 10 hours to beat. I think outside of the final boss, I didn't die more than like 5 times to anything. I think the most I died to a boss was 5 times, like except for the final boss. Which took me about, I think, 50 minutes. Now, hidden body definitely works on skeletons. Like, okay, maybe not this, but like when I go down to Smouldering Lake, when I go down to Smouldering Lake, and there's a large Titanite shard before the bonfire, casting Hidden Body before going down there, I swear makes the skeletons not attack you. Yeah, the final boss was really fucking cool. Like, definitely... Okay, why has this guy not moved? I'm just going to recast that, because that guy did not move. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, I swear it works there. Yeah, I guess I'm just kind of in the habit of casting Spook Hidden Body whenever I do anything. Yeah, like, Liza P DLC final boss is definitely my favourite boss in the game. And honestly, I honestly think it rivals some of like the top FromSoft bosses. Like, genuinely. Like, to me, Liza P DLC final boss is actually Probably like Ludwig tier. And Ludwig is in my top 10 FromSoft bosses. Originally, after beating it the first time, I said it was Mesmer tier, which is my favourite FromSoft boss. I don't think I would say that anymore, but it's still really fucking good. My favourite game... I'd say my favourite game of all time is Super Mario Galaxy. So, not even a Souls game. But my favourite Souls-like is Lies of P, for sure. Honestly, for a while it used to be Code Vein. I still really like Code Vein. I'm one of the, like, 5 people that was excited when they announced Code Vein 2 at Summer Games Fest. Just me and 4 other people in our rooms actually excited for it. I would definitely recommend fighting Pontiff first, Nathaniel. Pontiff before Dancer. Yeah, I'd definitely give Lies of P another go, MDM. I mean, in the end, not every game is for everyone, so if you don't like it, you don't like it, but I do think it's one of the games that's worth a shot. I haven't even seen the trailer. When I tuned into Summer Games Fest, the first thing I saw was literally the like the Code Vein 2 like logo screen thing, however you want to call it. Like at the end of the announcement. So I haven't actually seen the trailer. Like, can I do a gesture, please? That's it. I do really like Code Vein. Like, sure, yeah, it's just anime, Souls, or whatever, but I think it's fun. I mean, the areas are questionable. Especially the cathedral. But on the most part, it's really good. In my opinion, anyway. I've actually never played a Donkey Kong game. I own Tropical Freeze for the Wii U, but I've never played it. And that's the only one I own. So, and also not getting a Switch 2 like just yet. I said I'll have one at some point, but for now I'm not really fast. I say the only Switch 2 games that I saw that I was like really excited to play is like the Hyrule Warriors they're making. So I just like Hyrule Warriors. Like that and Mario Kart World, but I wasn't so desperate to play Mario Kart to get a Switch 2 on release. I don't know, for some reason Donkey Kong just doesn't appeal to me that much. I honestly don't know why. Don't know why it doesn't, but for whatever reason. Maybe I will check it out at some point. But we'll see. Okay, where is woman? I say I'm not in any rush to get a Switch 2. Gorilla Prejudice. Yes, I only play my 3D platformers with Italian men. That's how I do it. Honestly, like, the only other platform I've played is Scooby-Doo. So... Okay, no, actually, that's a lie. I have played stuff like Celeste. Okay, the only real other, like, 3D platform I've played is Scooby-Doo, so... Well... Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights on GameCube and PS2. Let's go. Actually goated game. What the hell is that? What are you doing? That's honestly one of my favourite games. I replayed it like a couple of years ago and I really fucking enjoyed it. I don't know why. It's just fun. It's just a fun game. Yeah, I don't actually know what deals more damage to any of the bosses MDM. I just follow the run that I learnt this from, and they used lightning there. So that's what I do. I couldn't actually say what does more damage to a boss or anything. I really don't know. Yeah, I lock on for every boss. I think every boss except Wolnir. On it, I mean, Twin Princes because you cheese them. I think that's it. Deacon's Pontiff, Aldrich, York. Yeah, I think those are the only two I don't lock on for. And then technically Deacons, depending on how you consider locking on. What the fuck? Did the stagger cancel the animation? She doesn't have a fucking sword in her right hand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? I'm getting away from that. What the fuck? That was really good RNG as well. Yeah, I fought Dancer in Night Rain. No, actually, no, I haven't. I fought Nameless King, I haven't fought Dancer. I'm just gonna reset that and try it again. So she went to do her phase transition and pull the other sword out, but because I staggered her, she still went phase 2, but for whatever reason the sword model just didn't show up in her hand. Oh dear. What the fuck? Dancer, can you not do that again? That's it, that was really good RNG though. Which annoys me. I don't like that attack. Thank you, that's what's supposed to happen. I can redo the resin here. What do you mean that didn't kill? That was an interesting sequence of dancer attempts. That was a very interesting sequence of dancer attempts. What the fuck even happened that first try? You know how we've talked about me being so close to the no-hit that the game is just pulling out everything it can to stop me? I think that was proof right there. That was proof that the game is doing everything it can. I did not like that. Miyazaki watching live and patching my game in real time. He's adding DSV updates to my game in real only to my game though, not anyone else's. In real time as I'm playing. Yep. That's so dumb. That's the dumbest fucking dancer. I mean, hey, it was still no hit. Despite Miyazaki's best efforts. I think if ever doing a marathon run, do you mean as in like, I assume you mean like multi-game run? Probably not, in all honesty. I don't think they seem that appealing to me. I don't know, the idea of no-hitting a game, then playing a completely different game, getting hit in that, and then having to do the first game again, just, I don't know, doesn't seem... to me, it just doesn't seem like fun. And also because it goes on for so long and you have to be perfect in them. But I definitely could not do no-hit runs and not make a single mistake or anything for like hours upon hours for the length of a multi-game run. Even just something like, I don't know, say Dark Souls Trilogy would be what, like 5 hours, 6 hours or something. And yeah, I really do not have the patience or the desire to try and no-hit for 6 hours without a mistake. So they're really impressive, the people that actually do them. Like, super impressive, but I have no desire to. Yeah, doing something like God Run 3 is a fucking incredible goal. That'll sure take a lot of practice. It's a really cool thing to aim for. So are you looking to build your way up to God Run 3, like doing like Trilogy or God Run or like any of the others first, or would you just go straight into it? Like just go straight into all 7 games? Like, I would imagine you'd probably just go straight into all 7. There's probably not much point to try and work your way up to it. I wish there was a way that I could cast Hidden Body here. Actually, maybe there is behind that pillar. Wait, maybe there is a way to cast Hidden Body there before you run past that guy. Okay, you are going to... So all of them separately, then Trilogy, then God Run 2, then 3. Okay. Wait, what the fuck am I doing now? Oh, +9. Right. That's what I'm doing.
Ashen.
It's 9 Twin Blades. And levels. You know, I don't get Red Tear Stone until DSA. I only use it on DSA for whatever reason. Don't really know why. But on all the other bosses or whatever, I just use Lloyd's. There's Pontiffs. And now it's Sage time. Wait, how many Storm Ruler hits does it take you to kill Yorm MDM? Say Sage, it does not make a difference for me. What am I doing? Solar Cinder, it would actually make a difference. I honestly don't know why I don't use it on Soul of Cinder. Guess where do you set it up? You set it up in like the other Phi link, but then does that count as a warp? You use Twin Blades on on Yorm. Oh. Interesting. I was going to say, because like Yorm takes 5 Storm Ruler hits for me, so unless Red Tear Stone is about to make that 4, then it's not worth it. But it doesn't make it 4, I'm sure of it. Put that on. Okay, wait, let me make sure I do all this correctly. Okay, Sage, give me a good attack, I swear to God. Wait, do I hit who in the head after staggering? In the kiln, you can just fall. Yeah, I was gonna... Wait, you mean like in the actual like run-up part to Soul of Cinder? Or like just in the filing part? I haven't got a clue how you fight Yorn without the Storm Ruler. I think I just do 5 Storm Ruler hits and he dies. I don't actually have a real strategy. I'd maybe have to see a video of that for the for red tier stone for Solar Cinder. But honestly, I don't know why I don't use it. It's literally just like 8% more damage. There's no reason for me to not use red tier stone. I really should. Yes, I'll have a look at that. Definitely either after stream or if I actually make a run to him then. In the middle of the run. I said, like, there really is no reason for me to not use red tier stone. Okay, fun part of the run. The profile picture someone drew for me. I just did that and a few other things, I think. Okay, this I didn't put skulls on. I always fucking forget that. Without skulls on, this bit goes so fucking badly. What am I actually doing? I completely forgot what I'm doing there. I don't know why I did that. Do I have in... Oh yeah, no I do. I still have a flask. I don't know why I just used like 5 spells there. Anyway, thank you for the good luck, Holm. Hope you're doing okay. I see, I take skulls off like before Abyss Watchers, I think. Then like I really do just need to put them back on. Okay, this is the fucking awful part. Just wait for my little friend there. Then there's also a thrall after this that chases you back to the bonfire that I'm going to kill now. Okay, do not fucking get hit. There we go. And run. Hopefully he'll do an attack up here. Yeah. Mate, please fuck off. That was close. And then there's a thrall here who hit me last time. Who just hit me again. because I stood too close to him like a fucking idiot. Fuck's sake. Oh my god. I hate this enemy. He hit me last once, was like, oh yeah, I'll just kill him. Saw 2 times that it's really easy, and then... Yeah, that counts as a hit. That counts. Apparently I was stood too close to where he lands. That's so fucking dumb. It's not your fault. I mean, if you had seen what happened early this run, you would have known that the game's trying everything it can to stop me. That was just Miyazaki's next thing. I think I used to just run by him and then... But then one time he chased me all the way back to the bonfire and hit me on the door. Genuinely, my last 2 runs that have made it past Vort have both died to that enemy. That's how depressing that is. Literally 2 consecutive runs that have made it past Vort have died to that enemy. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'll fight Deacons, then I'll load up a save file and do Aldrich DSA Cinder, and then we'll do another run. Because I'm not going to finish this one, because I still have more than enough time to do another. Oh yeah, and I also need to check the recording for Soul of Cinder, so I know where you can set up Red Tear Stone. Let me just get that on my phone so I can watch it. That's such a depressing way to get hit. It's like consecutive runs almost like to that enemy. Hang, I've got it on my phone, so I'll just have a look. I just want to see where you do it. Oh, there. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I really don't know why I don't use Red Tear Stone Solar Cinder. But I will now. Oh dear. Yeah, you can kill the giant from like up there. I just don't for some reason. It's like the way I learned that you can just like do that and get past him relatively fine. I mean he can, like he has hit me before, but I think there are a lot of like small things like that that would maybe help. I should maybe do, in all fairness. No, thank you for the good luck, Trickster. Hopefully it won't be too long before the run. I did not kill him. There we go. Farron Keep is fine for Hitless because poison from the environment doesn't count as a hit. So poison from enemies does count, but just from the environment and running around it doesn't. So Farron Keep is actually fine. Why are you here? God damn it. God fucking damn it. Or do I just keep going? If I keep going, I wouldn't have time to do another one after this. I probably should reset. The furthest I've ever been in a run is to Dragon Slayer armor. So three bosses before the end. Yeah, honestly, okay. The thing with Deacons is that casually Deacons is super easy and not a problem. But in a no-hit run, they're actually pretty difficult. Right, they're not pretty difficult, but they're not free. You know, they're not as straightforward as they are casually. So honestly, a hit to Deacons isn't even, like, embarrassing. What is embarrassing, though, is a fucking hit 2 times to a random enemy before Deacons. That's the embarrassing part. So I did have another run where it got to Soul of Cinder on 1 hit, and that 1 hit was Deacons. Yep, good old Thralls. Best enemies in the game. Wait, so how have you seen Deacons done, MDM? Because I just imagine that would be a pretty standard way to do it. Of just a shit ton of skulls. Oh, you do it like that. I think I'd seen, I think, Hob do this strat during one of his various god runs at some point. I think I'd seen him doing this. Yeah, I just kind of throw 1 skull at the wall per Deacon, and then after killing 4, you like start throwing them around the side to get like the big pack out of the way. And then you kill the 5th one and run in for the main dudes. I think, given I saw Hob doing it in a god run of some kind, I would imagine this way is probably safer. Because the thing with all of the pack being then rushing them down, I imagine, is they could probably just hit you with something. Like, it's probably more likely that you catch a stray fireball, or they do like force, or whichever one it is that they have. Like a miracle of some kind. Yeah, I do think on the most part this is safer. Though I should really just do safer things in other places in the run. I think I just kind of have an over-reliance on Spook and Hidden Body. That guy almost hit me. I think even if like running past an enemy is probably absolutely fine, I still just kind of use them just in case. Pontiff in a no-hit run should be free, but I've messed it up more times than I would like to admit. Yeah. I think Pontiff should be free, unless you randomly mess it up for no reason. I think I should look at another guide. I haven't actually looked at a guide since I started learning this, which was like since before I took my like 11-month break. Yeah, Pontiff took me a while to get down, because when I first used to do Pontiff, I used the Brass Crest shield, which of course, because it's a medium shield, has a slightly different parry window. So there were times when I would get the parry, but Pontiff would also hit me. So I'd get the parry but also take some damage. And then I just swapped to the actual parry shield and it works a lot better. That's pretty much a script. Unless, as we found out that one time, that Pontiff actually doesn't need to summon at the start of phase 2. It's pretty much a script. Parry him for post, hit him 3 times as he goes down, and then just kill him when he's summoning. I'm sure you'll be able to get the run before October. But I'm trying to get the run in the next... Hopefully I'll get it in the next 2 weeks. But we'll see. Yeah, funny enough, I didn't know that he didn't need to either. Until there was one run where he phase transitioned into phase 2 and then just randomly, for whatever reason, started attacking. Like, he didn't summon a clone until he just started attacking. It was like a one-off thing. Okay, can I get 1.5k? It wasn't a Deacon's hit will, it was to a brawl enemy. I need a bit more. Basically, Will, my last 2 runs to make it past 4 have died to the same enemy. Just to put it into perspective how dumb it is. Did I ever do this? Yes. The sad part is it wasn't even like a proper hit. It was a stagger because the enemy landed on me. So it's not even like a proper hit, but it still counts. And that's the thing, I am really, really close. Like, my PB is 1 and I'm getting a decent number of runs past Dancer. Like, I think Dancer's really the kind of... Dancer's the point in the run where it's like, you know, okay, this is a good run. Like, getting past Dancer. Yeah, Aldrich is so fucking annoying. 942. I'm gonna go with that. I think another R1 might have sent him into phase 2. So I'm about 200 damage light. That's not good, especially if he does arrows. Oh my god, are you kidding me? That was no hit, right? Yeah, 523. That was incredibly scuffed. That was an incredibly scuffed Aldrich. I just kept fucking missing. That's not how it's supposed to go. That's it. At least now I am actually kind of learning Aldrich's moves. I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing. Whereas before I just used the Pine Bundle and just prayed. And phase 2 was an absolute shit show. But now I at least know what to do. $523? Yep. Always just check my HP there in case the jailers did something. Yeah, that's it. If I had done another R1 there, I'm pretty sure he would have phase 2'd. So actually a pretty good call on my part to leave it. I've not seen a Hob video of Aldrich. I've not seen that. Like, Aldrich can give fucking horrific RNG. I'd say the way I learned Aldrich in phase 2 was if he does arrows, like if Aldrich does arrows, just homeward bone. If Aldrich does arrows, get out of the fight and just try it again. That's how I learned him. The HP there would have been from full damage. And full damage doesn't count as a hit. But that one full hit is so fucking dumb. That's it. I don't have a way to completely prevent him from second phase, but I should be able to get him low enough that I can just kill him at the start. And honestly, even if he goes for arrows at the start of phase 2, he should be low enough that I can kill him before he actually like gets the arrows off. Why is he already phase 2? Fuck's sake. I hate how this happens, that he can just sometimes go phase 2 after one hit. I don't know why that's a thing. Unless with this equipment, is he like on the threshold or something so one hit can do it? I'm always scared of... Okay, can I run past him, please? I'm always scared of the fucking punch, so I never do anything. I never really go for an actual hit in this phase because I'm always scared of him doing the punch. You can do it after that attack, I know. Like, any of those kinds of times he's far away, I never go for this. But that time it worked. But that one full hit is still so fucking dumb. That would actually be the dumbest hit ever. Okay, that comes off. That is Flynn's, that's Pontiff's. That should be magic.
Ashen 1.
I'm pretty sure you just go straight to DSA. It's from 9 years ago. Oh, that's like right after DS3 came out then. It came out in March 2016. So that's right after it came out. Is it actually just like Aldrich RNG hell? That sounds fun. Yeah, I want to see that. That sounds funny. Honestly, I think it would just make me feel better about myself. Just make me feel better about myself when doing it. Yes, I just get Red Tear Stone now. And then just use it for DSA and, well, now also Soul of Cinder. Well, let's just see. I mean, I'm British, so curse words just a part of my vocabulary. It's fine. Yeah, I'm sure no hit's changed a lot since that time. So I do 1, 1, 2, 3. Can I even walk behind him? Just 2, 3. Dodge. 1, dodge. 1, 2. I don't think that could have gone better if I tried. I don't actually think that could have gone better. What the fuck? That was actually just straight up perfect RNG. Yeah. Could not have had a better fight if I tried. See, why couldn't that have just happened on my one-hit PB? Why couldn't I have just had that? It would have been so much nicer. But no, on my PB I had to have the most horrific RNG ever. This random enemy being a one-hit would be so depressing. Like, the only like saving grace, if this one turns out to be a one-hit and that random enemy stagger is my one-hit, the only saving grace is that this isn't my first one-hit run. It would still be really, really bad. Yeah, breads. Twin blades are insanely broken. Like you really can make them super busted. I mean, yeah, if this does turn out to be a one-hit run, it would still be really sad with that one hit. But I say, in a weird way, I think it'd be kind of good that it's not my only one-hit run. And if I had a PB of like 2 or more and then did this, I would be upset. But I'd be more upset. I don't really think there's a Elden Ring comparison to Twin Blades. Not because there's nothing as good as them, but in the sense that, like, the difference between... Well, like, in Elden Ring, there are a lot of good weapons. Like, Blasphemous Blade, Bloodhound Fang, Dark and Greatsword, there are a ton of them. Backhand Blades. Like, the difference between Twin Blades and everything else in DS3 is just so fucking massive. They are just so much better than any alternative. You know, hello, Rens. Hope you are doing well. Okay, now this part. Oh yeah, with ER skate, yeah. Honestly, with ER scaling, it's just pick something like backhand blades, and then find a way to put both bleed frost and scarlet rot on them, and then you have about the power level of twin blades. Like, they're pretty good. So I've never really done any of those kinds of builds in a Souls game. Like, pick a weapon and then just make weapon as broken as possible. I've never done that kind of thing. Goodbye, Lorien. Okay, enemies done. Just looking at my other monitor on my OBS and seeing that one is so fucking depressing. That is not a nice sign. I do not like that. Anyway. I mean, that's even if it's not going to be the run, it's good to like finish runs every now and then just for practice. Just so you get used to doing the full run. Okay, so I just get this to +10. Anything I can sell? Yeah. Okay, plus 10 twin blades. That's, yeah, I should just put a picture of my cat over it. I mean, honestly, that's the thing that annoys me the most, is that it's not even like a proper hit. It's not like I tried to dodge an attack or something, or that an enemy actually hit me with an attack. The enemy just landed on me. That's the really annoying part. If it were just a normal hit where an enemy hit me with a sword or something, then sure, it's annoying, but like, okay, I guess. And even when I literally have a one-hit PB and I'm going for the no-hit run, I still send the elevator back down so that it makes a quicker run back when I die. Now that's confidence. Hello, Shiva. Just get to look at her for a bit. Why does the boss v cheese have to be my favourite boss in base game? Like, why can't there be a cheese for Aldrich? Oh dear. One more. And goodbye. DS2 DLC boss runbacks are fucking abysmal. Like, all three of the optional kind of areas have atrocious runbacks. Actually, no, wait, put RTSR there.
Ashen.
Rigid Outskirts sure is an experience. And not an experience I want to have again. What do you mean I'm missing 3 souls? No, I don't want to talk to you. I've done Frigid Outskirts twice. And the first time, it genuinely took me over 2 hours to get through it once. I am so glad that I've never died to Luddenzalen. I've made it through Outskirts twice and never died to them. As I said, after spending 2 hours getting through it, if I died, I would not have gone back. Yeah, worst boss is better Chaos, without question. For sure. Okay, so you set up RTSR here. Why don't you just do that until you're in range? I would have thought that this warp after this would reset your HP. But I don't know why I think that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Bed of Chaos is just awful. I don't know how to describe it other than awful. Okay, Twin Blades, that's lightning. +10, Red Tear, Stone Claw, Thief, Flins, Pontiffs, lightning, that's all good. Okay, if my practice at the start of stream is anything to go by, this run is not going to end as a one-hit. Oh, fucking curved sword, god damn it. Just do the big attack and I can go to phase 2. Or that. Like, yeah, Red Tear Stone really makes a difference, what the fuck? Why have I not been using this? I never know which attacks it's safe to do here. Like with all of these combos. I don't know what's safe to do with them. Is he gonna go for... Yes. That fucking thrall. That fucking thrall. Are you fucking kidding me? The one hit that's barely even a hit to begin with, but counts. God damn it. I know it's 100% a hit, but I'm obviously going to go back and watch it just to absolutely make sure it was. But I know it was definitely a hit. What fucking bloody Newton. Newton with his gravity, yeah. Indeed. I mean, it's my second one-hit run, but that is such a depressing one hit. Yeah, we have to go for perfection. So that doesn't, that stagger means that entire run wasn't good enough. Okay, now we're calling the file thrall, please. Let's see if we can make it 3 runs out of 3 past 4 to get hit to that enemy. Okay, I almost got hit by the first enemy in the game. That would have been a good one. This time for sure. Yeah. Now have 2 one-hit runs. Do I have a 3-hit or no? I definitely don't have a 2. I have like 1 4 and 2 5s. I don't think I have a 2 or a 3. Oh. Do I? Why can I not think? No, I did get a 3. No, I did have a 3. Yes, I think we're on 2 1s, a 3, a 4, and 2 5s. And I think all of those, apart from one of the 4s, have been since coming back after like 11 months. So since we've come back to this, we've had a lot of good runs. Yeah, I think part of the issue, Bread, with why these ones take me so long is I don't have the patience to do them either. Back when I used to do Sekiro no hit, no damage, the amount of times I lost runs just because I was impatient and couldn't be bothered to wait around. I would have gotten those runs so much faster. But in general, I'm not patient enough to like wait for an enemy to do this thing or that sort of thing. I'm not burnt out, no. Like, sure, there's the sense of I wish I got the run, I wish it would be over kind of thing. But that's just the sense of wanting to do the run. That's not like, please just get the run so I can stop playing. I don't want to do it anymore, you know? So I'm definitely not burnt out at all. Let me also clear that last run. God damn it. Why? That's it. No hitting bosses is really satisfying. No hit bosses are really cool to do. I think that's probably why I started with Sekiro. I guess just Sekiro in general, I think has the coolest like fight system, and also just the movement is really fun. That's probably why I decided to like start with Sekiro when I did no hit. Yeah, like no hitting bosses in all of the games are a lot of fun. I do think it's enjoyable just to like take a boss, or like one of your favourite boss, whatever, and just completely learn their moveset, and you can just destroy them every time. Like pretty much every time. And yeah, Sekiro's definitely the most satisfying. Like, especially when you get good at it. Yeah, I've platinumed DS1, 2, Bloodborne, DS1, DS2, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring. Demon Souls except for the multiplayer stuff. And Dark Souls 3 except for the Covenant stuff. I think is all of my like platinums. Because DS3 farming is so fucking awful. I think like that's kind of in a way why I do feel like I might want to try all bosses for this at some point. Because I do also think that getting really, really good at fights, like Medivh, Frida, Gale, are just really cool. And I'm already pretty good at all of them. Like Medivh I can no hit. Frida and Gale I'm pretty close to, but I would have to learn more. But like learning those kinds of fights I think would be really cool. Honestly, for my DS3 Covenant stuff, I actually found it better to just play the game like 30 times. I honestly thought that would be more fun. Because all of the Covenant ones you need 30 of, you can pick up at least one per playthrough. So I basically decided, oh yeah, I'll just do 30 playthroughs then until I have them all. Fort? Are you okay? I don't understand what Fort was doing there. He didn't do his charge. Don't know what happened. So I think I got to about playthrough like 14. Like, I think I got to about playthrough 14 before I eventually stopped doing that. Because that was also on PlayStation. Because for whatever reason, I own DS1, DS3, Sekiro, and Elden Ring on both PC and PlayStation. So after that, I just went back to PC. So I haven't done more of that. I said I got about halfway through the playthroughs. So I just thought that that would honestly be more fun than, you know, just sitting there for hours upon hours trying to farm Covenant stuff. Because I have Code Vein Platinum, and in Code Vein, one of the items you need to get for Platinum, you have to farm like 400 of them. And I sat there with these 2 enemies for like 9.5 hours farming this item. And that was bad enough. So it's definitely not something I want to do again with DS3. To have 2 copies of DS1, DS3, Sekiro, and I have 3 copies of Elden Ring just by myself. So I have PS4 physical, PS5 digital, and PC. Yeah, Souls players can get really fucking can get really annoying like that. I mean, I know now. If I look back on it, I'm like, oh yeah, Godric is super fucking easy. Like one of, if not the easiest demigods, blah blah blah. But on my first playthrough, he was difficult. It's like, yeah, now if someone says, oh, I'm struggling with Godric, internally you might think, oh, but Godric's really easy. That doesn't fucking mean it is on a first playthrough. That's not how it works. Yeah, and then you beat a boss and it's like, oh, your weapon was +5, but Godric's only scaled for +1 or something. Like, how could you? That made it so much easier. You basically didn't beat the boss. It's just some people say it's a joke and that's fine, but the fact that there are people that actually say that sort of thing in full seriousness. I mean, the worst times is when someone does a mage playthrough. Or if someone uses Spirit Ashes, then clearly that just invalidates the entire boss fight. Like, obviously. Even though I don't think that's how it works. Is the boss dead? Yes. So they beat the boss. They didn't, like, beat it the wrong way or something. I think mostly for me it's just funny with strength players. Like the strength players that will max out like a Giant Crush or something, use 20 different buffs, and then 2 or 3 shot a boss. But then when someone uses a mage build, that's the invalid one. like, you know, 20 buffs, Mimic and like 3-shotting boss is fine, but Mage, no. How could you? I mean, my first playthrough, I used the fucking dogs you get from Varney at the start of the game. They carried, I say carried, they honestly weren't amazing. But they got me through the entire game. I just used them. Never really messed around with anything like Mimic on my first playthrough. Yeah, Mage DS1 is busted. DS3, it's more balanced. DS2, I seem to remember Hex as being really good. Like, Sorcery DS1 is absolutely broken. Yeah, that's the other thing though. It's like, okay, are sorcery builds, like in, let's say, Elden Ring, is a sorcery build, quote unquote, easier than, say, a melee build? Like, sure, maybe. Like, it could be. But that doesn't mean sorcery and mage builds aren't really fucking fun. I'm sorry, sorcery is just so much fun. I don't care about, oh, someone saying the boss is easier. Sorceries are good. And now I cannot beat Ford. Oh no. If you'd not have done a mage build, you would not get married. True. Okay, but already on to Vor, please. I've died twice to him. This is nowhere near as bad as the Gyobu incident I had once. That was the worst thing ever. There was one stream I did when I was doing one of my Sekiro no-hit runs. I think it might have been Purification. In the stream, 14... In the stream, I got 14 runs to Gyobu. So 14 times in that stream, I was hitless up to Gyobu. Two times out of those 14, I got a hitless Gyobu. And this is like, after I've done Shura, I've done Immortal Severance. I've done Gyobu hitless before quite a lot of times. 2 out of 14 in a stream. That was not fun. I said it's gonna take some beating to do worse than that in like a stream of attempts. I see, my worst boss in Sekiro is Butterfly. Like, Butterfly Phase 2, I cannot do. The only reason I was able to get my other runs with Butterfly is Mortal Draw. It's just that Mortal Draw is fucking busted. I cannot fight Butterfly. Honestly, even phase 1, I lost 1 or 2 runs to. And that was still me fighting Butterfly after Divine Dragon. So it's not like I had 2 attack power or anything. I'm just really bad at that boss. Yeah, I think Gyoba and Butterfly might actually be my 2 worst bosses in Sekiro. I mean, okay, maybe if you don't allow me to put him in a corner, I am also quite bad at Shinobi Owl. So if you're not allowed to put him in the corner, then maybe that one as well. But yeah, the fact that... Honestly, just Sekiro having Gyobu and Ball back-to-back for no-hit runs is so shit. Did I not... You won't give up, yeah. But that's the thing, Shinobi Owl, Butterfly, Gyobu are my worst fights, for sure. And then my best, unironically, might be True Monk. I mean, if we're of course not counting just insta-kill cheesing fake monk. But I think my best no-hit fight in Sekiro is actually True Monk. Just got a Bandai newsletter for Code Vein too. I got a Lego newsletter a few days ago. I think like 2 days ago. I think from like when I bought Lego back in December, I must have accidentally like clicked the button that said sign me up for the newsletter or whatever it is. And I got a like magazine of some stuff but like 2 days ago. Genichi I'm actually not amazing at. Like phase 1 and 2 on the rooftop. I mean, I know you cheese them, but actually fighting them straight up. Sword Saint Ishin I'm really good at though. Flower now. We'll see. We can see about that one. Yeah, I would say the fact that like True Monk, Sword Saint, honestly I kind of want to say Father Owl I'm also really good at. Although Father Owl and Sword Saint I have lost runs to. I've lost to... Is it Purification or All Memories? Run to Sword Saint as the final boss. I think it was Purification. And I've also lost a run to Father Owl when he was like penultimate. Still, I'm a damn sight better at those than I am at someone like Gyobu. Okay, take 3 at Fort. I've lost a run to True Monk. I've honestly lost 2 runs to True Monk by jumping off the bridge. Like, I lost a run where she did a sweep attack. I did like the head stomp, and then the direction I jumped after the head stomp took me off the bridge, and I just fell. Like, that was a fun time. Why are we right up against this door? But I have definitely lost some Sekiro runs in some very weird ways. I also remember losing a Dark Souls 3 run to Crystal Sage, because I went to parry Crystal Sage, and then it didn't parry and I got hit by the attack. Trying to work out what happened, and then realised that I didn't even have my shield equipped. And I just tried to parry with the twin blades. So that's one that I now make extra sure that I definitely have my shield out. So I don't think I ever lost a run in Elden Ring the dumb way. I think Elden Ring was mostly fine. I remember one time spending like 20-25 minutes riding around trying to do the DTS cheese because I fucking ran out. I failed it like twice and then ran out of kukris or something. And was running around trying to get more. So, yeah. I didn't actually lose the run to it though. I've never fallen off with DTS. I haven't done that one. That does seem bad. Not as bad as my True Monk thing, but still bad. I lost an all bosses Elden Ring speedrun to patches. Managed to die twice to patches, but luckily patches was the second boss in the run. So it was like 10 minutes in. But still, losing speedrun to patches isn't great. Yeah, the True Monk one is much worse. I've lost no hits to Screen Monkeys, which is also pretty bad in fairness. I think I got hit by like a Terror Monkey or something. But I'm pretty sure I've lost a no-hit or two to Screen Monkeys. Okay, can we hit some people over here, please? I'm just gonna go. all good. That's it. I don't think I've had a really dumb one in DS3 yet. Like I said, the Sage one, but Sage is like halfway through the run. I don't think there's any that I've lost later on that were dumb. Like, I failed... Like, the drop down that you do in Irithyll Dungeon to get down to Prophane's capital. I failed that before, but that wasn't my first hit in the run. Okay, Pontiff surviving is funny, but I said I'd also been hit by then. Since when could you come into this room? I've always just stood at this bonfire waiting for this dude to turn around so I can rest here. I did not know he could go in here. Yeah, losing a no-hit run to Pinwheel sounds like a fun time. Okay, that's our name. I don't know what that was. I didn't even know that enemy could go in that room. I always thought he just looked at you for a bit and then turned around. But apparently that's not the case. I love that after the one-hit run, we've now had 2 runs that got hit to Vort and then 1 run that got hit to a random enemy in Settlement. So we haven't actually made it out of Settlement in 3 runs. Yeah, I think I've seen that clip. Oh. Immortal Miss Snowball. I think I had one a couple of weeks ago with Pontiff, where Pontiff survived on like actually 0 HP. I mean, like he would have had like 1 or 2. But I also killed the clone at the same time, so I assumed Pontiff was dead. Turned around, started putting on like the shield and Silver Serpent Ring, and then randomly just got hit from behind by Pontiff. Not as bad as Miss Snowball. All bosses hitless when? I mean, in DS3 maybe, in any other game no. Like, I'd maybe consider all bosses in DS3, but not in any other game. So it's like, I've done all memories in Sekiro, but I have no desire to do like all bosses and mini bosses. And depending on whether or not I'm fed up with Dark Souls 3 by the time I get this run, then maybe I would look at doing all bosses. I guess that kind of depends on this run.
Ashen.
So I think Midir was the only DLC boss I've actually no-hit before. No, I want to have no-hit Frida, but it's not something I'm confident doing. I'm reasonably confident I could no-hit Midir, but not Frida. I think DS3 all bosses should be relatively okay. The only thing I'm worried about, or that I don't really like the sound of, is Osiris's like frame 1 charge. I don't like the idea of that. Honestly, I honestly don't think Frida is anywhere near as difficult as people say. I'm just really good at that fight for no reason. Because a lot of people say that sort of like Hermidir, Gale are the 3 hardest bosses in the game. And I just kind of find Frida pretty easy. I said I don't know why though. But then conversely, for me, Demon Prince is the hardest boss in the game. I fucking suck at Demon Prince. Definitely hardest in the game for me. I think there's a way to cheese him in a corner. If there is, then that's fine then. As I said, Cyrus just dashing on frame 1, just that you literally have no chance to... No chance to react. I don't know, I think I'd be reasonable, like reasonably good at doing 3 to no hits. Like, because when I did... I'm trying to think when I did this. Was it last year?
How you
The one before. I think it was the one before. I did Dark Souls 3 without spending any souls. So that was +0 weapon base level. And Frida was the only optional boss I fought. And honestly, it was fine. I mean, sure, the fight took like half an hour, but I actually thought it was fine. So Gale, I'm okay at. But I'm worried about Half-Light and Great Wolf. That kind of NPC stuff. I mean, I'm assuming there's some kind of easy kill for the NPCs, but... Like, I'm more worried about those fights than I am about... Why did he just stop doing his attack? Why can I not beat Fort? He just stops doing his breath attack. What? What the fuck is happening? was in the middle of his attack and he just cancelled it and did something else. Yeah, I would imagine the wall probably broke it. Yeah. What was that? So after getting a one-hit run, with the one hit being incredibly dumb, I've now lost 3 out of 4 runs to Vort. So... I've seen speedrun Grave Tender a couple of times. And I kind of want to say there's some kind of loop that you can do for the Grave Tender itself. And then you just have to fight the wolf. But I don't know. So I definitely don't quote me on that. That might be wrong. Like they could have just been like really lucky with RNG. Yeah, the splits are fine. I think most people would be able to work out that right now I'm fighting Yudex Gundyr. I feel like that's a reasonable expectation. Although knowing some people probably not. Firebomb. I do not want to talk about it. I haven't got a jump attack. That is 5 runs in a row. Let's go. Can I just put I hate this game, or is that too much? Oh, no. That works. Okay, now we lock in. I was just like prattling about for a bit. Just messing around. Now we lock in. What the hell happened to the audio there? No, I've had I hate DS3 before. I've not used I hate this game, I don't think. Or have I? I've definitely used I hate DS3. I have? Shit. It will be fine. Who cares about a duplicate name? I could probably just parry him if I wanted to, but I'm not about to start fucking around with Gundyr parries at the start of a run. Yes, I've forgotten my name. Indeed. Oh my god, I beat Gundyr. I'm literally the best player ever. How is he so good? Now we lock in. This is definitely going to be the run now, for sure. You skip? At least I'm getting consistent at that. May not be able to do the no-hit, but at least I can do tree skip. Yeah, like back before I took my break from this run, I only got past Abyss Watcher's Hitless like 3 times.
Ashen.
Me getting past Abyss Watchers was a massive thing back then because I could not do it for whatever reason. I don't know why I couldn't do it, but I just couldn't. So there used to be a time where, honestly, even just making it to like, making it past Undead Settlement hitless was like a good thing for me back then. Said whereas now, so like now I beat Dancer and it's a good run. And now Dancer is kind of the threshold for when it's a decent run. Okay, now I'm even more sad that that run from earlier wasn't it. Imagine my no-hit run having that of a Dancer. Imagine getting a no-hit run while having a glitched Dancer fight. But now I am kind of upset. wasn't upset before, now I am. Next threshold is the troll. Yeah, maybe I should... I mean, I haven't been hit by the troll in a while, but maybe I should look at killing the troll. Because I don't think what I do is really an issue. Like running past. I mean, it can be a problem if he does like a slam attack or stomp or something. But it doesn't... It's not normally an issue. So maybe it's just something worth looking at. And yeah, next threshold is DSA for a distance PB. But just in turn where when a run is good. Oh, you mean the Thrall, yeah. The one that's killed 2 runs. Yeah, maybe that's... Honestly, yeah, like Cathedral and Deacons is sketchy. So getting past Dance is kind of like a, okay, this could be getting somewhere. And then getting past Deacons is, yeah, this is a good run. Like, past Deacons getting to Irithyll is like good run. Because Irithyll as an area is fine. And then Pontiff, you know, is just a script. So Pontiff is also fine. Which basically means the same way that getting past DSA basically gives you a free shot at Cinder, getting past Deacons pretty much gives you a free shot at Aldrich. I fucking hate my life so much. Why can I not beat Vought anymore? I've got past Deacons like 3 or 4 times. Is getting past Deacons? No. Hang on. I've had one that got hit to DSA, one that got hit just before Yorm. I've been hit once or twice to Aldrich. There may be a Pontiff in there somewhere. But I don't know that for certain. I don't have time to start another one now. So I think I'm just going to go and do some practice of some stuff. Let's fuck around with the Aldrich for a bit. I'm still so depressed that one hit run. No hit today. Nope. I gave it a go. And then I'm gonna go after stream and watch that run and like the part with the thrall. You know, just to make sure it was a hit. Just being delusional, holding on to any bit of hope. And then I'll find out that it was a hit and I'll be sad. It's so annoying. Why did I have to get... Like, why did it have to land on me? Like, just why? I'm starting to get much better at Aldrich. Definitely far from a guarantee. But we're getting better. Yeah, imagine if I watch video and then find out like, oh actually that actually wasn't a hit. But no, I'm like certain it was. Yeah, Aldrich is getting better for sure. This fight is getting there. I'm still incredibly terrified of every time I come to the fight. And I think that it's where the run dies, but getting there. Yeah, I'm like certain that it was a hit. Yeah, so the phase 2 threshold for Aldrich is at about 1650. That was bad. So 3L1s... God damn it. So 3L1s, 2R1s does 1635. So it's just below the threshold. And then you wait. There are certain attacks you wait for that part. Because, for example, if Aldrich does arrows and you start hitting it, he'll warp away quite quickly. So there are a couple of attacks that you kind of wait for. Use Pine Resin, just wail on him. And then you can kill him in phase 2 pretty quickly before he has a chance to do anything. And even if he does arrows, you should be able to rush him down before he gets them off. I don't know if this is an attack you want. Wait, does hitting Aldrich's, like the Gwendolyn part, do more damage? Wait, that did a lot. Is that actually... Have I only just realised that? Have I only just learned that... Oh, it does do the same? That looks like it did a lot more. I don't know why, it just looks like that did so much more. This is scuffed. Yeah, 1428 I can't do anymore. Yeah, so arrows you don't punish. Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't actually. That's like 5 in a row. It's like 5 Aldriches in a row or something. Three tapped him with Vestiges. The Pyromancy's really just that fucking broken. Yeah, I have gotten much better at Aldrich recently. For sure. I don't know. Oh, this one where he comes back. I don't know about that one, Chief. Yeah, this is where I would probably Homeward Bone, especially if he does arrows here. Or he could do that and I'd kill him. Okay, let's have a look at Dancer. Even by fucking that attack up, yes, that's not an attack I want to go for. I think we wait that one out. But that's why I have like 5 of the Pine bundles. So that I can use one, see it's actually not the right attack, and pull out of it and then still have more for when the right attack is. Back to the boss that tried everything it could to throw us off last one. Even as far as fucking glitches. Miyazaki got so fed up of the player doing glitches that he was just like, okay, the boss is going to start doing them. I think you can do 2 here. Yeah. 66-second Medea fight, what the fuck? Yeah, the old invisible sword trick. Indeed. Just what you want from a boss in the middle of a hitless run. Just pull out an invisible sword. Like, at first, because I didn't see the sword, I thought I just, like, skipped the transition and that she was just stuck in phase 1. And then she started spinning. Then why did I do 2 hits there? So yeah, how do you do the dancer thing? Okay, actually no, first question, what do you benefit from it? Like, does it give you a chance to get some extra hits in? Because if it doesn't, if it doesn't give you a chance to get more hits in, I can't time that. I don't really think there's much point in learning to do it. I don't think someone clipped it. You should be able to find it. It's the only run of this entire stream that made it past the Undead Settlement. Let's put it that way. The only one that got past Settlement. You can't miss it. That's the thing, I thought that when I'd staggered her, I just cancelled the phase transition. And that she would eventually go for it again. But... yeah, and then she started spinning, so I was like, oh, okay, I didn't cancel the phase transition, but she is just in phase 2 now. And then she started doing other attacks and realised that there just wasn't a second sword. Like, if I were being really cocky, I could have kept fighting. If I want to be really cocky, I could have just kept fighting her. But I felt like homeward boning and getting out there in the middle of a no-hit run was probably the correct solution. That's, you know, I'm good at the bosses. I mean, that's the thing. It was much better to play safe. Like, sure, I had really good pattern the first phase. So it's kind of just throwing away a really good first phase attempt, but it was much safer just to homeward bone and leave. What you understand you can. Okay, if you can get hits in while she's spinning, then it is worth maybe looking at. That's it. I haven't got a clue how you do it. Okay, can we stop doing all of the annoying attacks, Dancer? Thank you. Wait, so what do you literally just like hug her feet or something? Yeah, exactly. Sword just did not load in. Okay, you can walk around her feet. I don't know how you're supposed to get attacks in doing that. It's definitely something that I would have to look at a video of Hellscape. I don't think I'm going to just be able to work that out by myself. I'll definitely go and search a video and have a look at it. Because if that is actually the case, that would help a lot. So I will have a look at it at some point. It's definitely not... It's probably not something I could learn by myself. I have to hug her left leg while unlocked. Wait, which one's the left one? That one. No way I just went, which one's her left leg? Oh no. Okay, just phase 2. Okay, that's her left leg. Oh. Okay, well that's how you dodge it. That's dumb. Yeah, English is my first language, by the way. Okay, now I just need to work out how you actually get a hit. That looks like it should hit. You can't blame me for not knowing that was a thing and just dodging it. That looks like it should hit you. Especially the spin at the end. Like the sort of double spin at the end looks like it should get you. But how do you get hits in? Please just attack me. I want to try that again. That seemed fun. Oh, that's that attack. Oh. I recognised that way too late. Okay, maybe I just whack on the practice tool quickly. Oh, you only start when she does the finishing one. Okay, that's kind of what I do before, but... Now let me whack on the practice tool. Okay, I've whacked the practice tool on. That attack that she did before that I died to, it's definitely dodgeable if you Like, you can either be away, or I think you can go behind her and dodge it. Actually, that's true. It means you have a full stamina bar. So actually that is worth it then. Because the way I currently do it, I don't have a full stamina bar. I need to see how many attacks you can do. Okay, that time it didn't work. Yeah, I'd imagine you can do 3 L1s. Given the fact that one didn't work, I'm not convinced that that's something I want to try and do, like, 45 minutes into a run, 50 minutes into a run. I'll see. That's in, like, the main spin part is really forgiving, actually. Plus, is that something I want to go for, like, 45, 50 minutes in? Yeah, you need to be right next to her. I mean, if you're uncomfortable, you just dodge the last bit, but at that point, if you're just going to dodge the last bit, then why even go for that, and why not just, like, wait outside the spin and then roll in like I do at the moment? I mean, in a run, you can. Is it something you need to sprint with? Like, instead of just walking, can you sprint to keep up? That's the, like, it sounds good, but if you are just going to dodge the final spin, I don't really see why you would go for it and not just, like, why you would go for it and kind of put yourself through the trying to unlock and track and this kind of thing instead of just waiting. Okay, you might actually, you can get 4 L1s? I'll do this one more time and then I think I'm going to call it. But you can get, can you do a full stamina bar? Oh yeah, as a failsafe, if you have to dodge, then yeah, dodge for sure. I just want to see if you can do 4 here. I mean, after this, I think next no hits I would do would probably either be DS3 all bosses or maybe Bloodborne. But I have no real, like, you know, proper desire for either of those. It's not like I'm lining up to do it as soon as I finish this. It's like I could do it. The only thing with Bloodborne is it would be an absolute pain because of save files. I mean, you can do 4 hits for there. You can definitely do 4 hits. Okay, fuck it. 1 more for good luck. I actually looked at doing Lies of P no hits, like, around when it came out. I have Lies of P no hit save files. I don't know if it's still... I doubt it. I don't know what I was doing there. I doubt it's an up-to-date route. I do have Lies of P no hit save files. Lies of P no hit all bosses plus DLC when. Actually, no. Lies of P I wouldn't do all bosses because the amount of fucking NPC bosses. No, you can do 4 hits for sure. Okay, no, that's worth doing. You can absolutely do 4 hits there. Oh yeah. That's worth it. That is definitely worth it. You can get 4 L1s on that attack. Yeah, for sure worth it. Absolutely. Okay. I am going to call it there, though. But, I mean, that was good. Like, we got an incredibly dumb 1-hit run. I did, like, 6 hitless Aldriches in a row. And we also have a better strategy for Dancer, which should help a lot. Because that's it, because normally with what I currently do, I do 2 L1s. And the fact that this you can do 4. So it's just 3 damage. But all in all, that was a good stream. Like, even though we only got 1 run past Undead Settlement. Only 1 run past Undead Settlement, but that was a good stream. And hopefully next time we do this, we will actually get a 0 hit. As long as I don't mess up to that thrall. But who knows. But anyway, until then, have a very good rest of your Wednesday, everyone. And hopefully see you for when we do more to hopefully get the run. So until then, take care and goodbye, everyone.